going.
With my squeaky chair and all.
You squeaky chair.
Woohoo!
We like your squeaky chair.
I don't like it.
Hi, hello, Barbara Baxter. I see you there. You're the only one in the audience, Barbara.
She was first one. Been here. Go
I
ahead.
know. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I'm sure some more will show up because people are awesome. That's why.
It's
Because
a
they're just
surprise.
awesome.
Surprise, surprise.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I'm just gonna stitch. I got me some needles here and
Did you
I
share
gotta
it?
do what?
Did you share it out?
Um, not really. I most people get a notification. I didn't share it nowhere. I don't ever do that. I just figured if people want to come, they can come. I don't have to share. Oh, it says that there's 4 people already showed up. But Barbara Batts was the only one that said hello. The other people in the 4 that says, oh, now there's 5. They didn't say hello to us yet. And so they will,
I,
though. See, there's Barbara Gillingham. Barbara, Barbara, Barbara. You know what, Barbara? You sent me the most lovely email. And then I went to go answer your email, and I don't know where it went. Send me another email because I don't even have to read it because I don't know where it went because my computer is like weird. And there's Patricia Stubbs and there's Amy Morris. Amy, hello. It is good to see you. I'm not sure if you've probably been here because Amy sounds familiar, but Morse doesn't sound familiar. But so if you're new, welcome, welcome to our little bunch of people here. Patricia Stubbs and Isla Boyd. Hello, Isla. Melissa Horsley. I can't talk too much today. I don't know where I'm tongue tied or something. I haven't made a video in like so long, so long. Been like a week. Been like
yeah, because, we've been missing in action. I know I've been caught up in legal tube
oh
or
my
law
gosh, yeah, illegal too. I
or
have
lawsuit, whatever they're calling it. Yeah, there was quite a bit of drama this morning, though. I was like, see, drama is in every aspect of YouTube. You cannot go in any YouTube community where drama does not start. It is
yes,
insane. I don't
yes.
understand why people can't just get along.
I know that is so true, and that has been quite interesting. That I although this today they had on the what is it the end not rebuttals but the closing
Closing
arguments.
arguments, yeah.
I just didn't want to listen to that, so I didn't.
Do I look like I'm out of focus to you?
And to me, you're beautiful. I don't know. I can't tell because on my computer you just show up in a little box.
Okay. I can't zoom in. I wish I could get it to zoom in, but I can't.
Oh. And so yeah, you just look like a little spot, and so you're all good. Barbara Batzer has been sick for 2 weeks, but she's still watching these videos. Hopefully you'll get yes, Barbara. I hope you do feel better soon. Barbara, did you get your pincushion in the mail? Oh,
Oh,
your
yeah.
favorite saying is be kind. That's right, and that's what we do. Be kind. Thank you, Joan. I love the spirit stitching, and you know lately for me that is what I need to do is spirit stitch, just do something. um my life is pretty much very bland
Now I'm
in
like,
the
oh,
most part, and
what is
so
going on?
being then when something happens,
Maybe it is.
then like my grandson graduated from the 8th grade, so that meant I went to a graduation. That was different. And then my daughter yesterday had surgery, and so I went to the hospital to be with her for yesterday, and so I did that. And just things if something is out of the norm, it like throws me for a loop. And so Now, um, I had Jeffrey here, my daughter's son, my grandson, but my son just picked him up. So now he's gone, and they went up to go see his mom in the hospital. And so now it's just me and my friend Ray. We said, let's just go and go live and talk to our friends because we need them. Talking to you all is like therapeutic for us.
Oh,
Do you
this is.
agree? Do you
I
agree, Ray?
do.
Yeah.
I agree.
So Ray is coloring. That's her therapy, is her coloring. I am working this here thing on my table is a whole
Yay!
bunch of, oh, I'm glad you got your pincushion.
I got it fixed a little bit. Looks like.
Yeah. It looks good, and that's a really cute teapot you're coloring.
Isn't it cute?
This what I'm working on is I just have a lot of pieces of denim, and I've just stitched them together haphazardly, and some I've got right side up, some I've got upside down, so that both sides pretty much look the same. And then up here at the top, I just made a little. I made a, like a little fold and made almost like a pocket thing. So one day I'll be able to put a stick through that, and it's not even or anything. It's all just kind of. But I don't know what it's going to end up with. I really don't. This may not end up to be anything. Hi, Arlene. So glad you could stop by even for a few minutes. Always so good to see you. And Janet Mom, good to see you. It is just absolutely beautiful to see all of you.
Hello to everybody I missed.
And so, what I'm doing on this is I want to do on this whole thing, I want to do different sections of Boro stitching and sashiko stitching. So, Boro stitching is Boro stitching is something that come from years and generations ago. Hi, Gail, so good to see you.
Hi, Gail.
And Boro stitching was first started as patchwork to patch up clothing that needed a patch in them. And so now it's done more for art. And but when it first come to pass all them years ago, it was just to patch a hole in your breeches or something. But now there's so much art that goes with it. But on this piece, I want to do, like I've done a couple spots on here, not a lot so far, with burrow stitch patches. And so when I just want to sit and do something quiet, I will be at attaching more. And so, but so what I like to do then is just find a spot, and I've put the whole thing together on the sewing machine using the multicolored thread and using the different stitches, decorative stitches. And so that's all done with machine. And then, and I've got a lot of threads here. And but then all the extras I put on there will be done by hand doing the Boro or sashiko stitching. And so, and I think that it's going to be fun. And I don't know if there's even going to be, if it's going to even be anything when I'm done, but except, you know what it'll be? It'll be done. Oh, maybe it won't be done. I don't know. But I just like to get little like patches of, and I don't like to have real, see, I have this one piece of fabric that I've been borrow stitching on. But this one I wouldn't put on here because this one to me is a little bit too much color and busy. So I'll put that on something else.
Hi, Denise. Denise says she's been thinking about you and Jennifer.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jennifer is she's still in the hospital, but hopefully tomorrow she'll come home. She's right now she's relying on her pain medication as her lifeline. Bless her heart. Even by the time I left last night, she was so still groggy, and my son said she's still pretty groggy today, but she did get up out of the bed today, and they haven't removed her NG tube, or they hadn't by the time he left, but they were going to remove that today. We will not know exactly.
Barbara, I'm using they're called Black Widows. I don't know.
Oh, Black Widow pencils.
Yeah, they're Black Widows. Lizzie bought me one set. They come in different sets. She bought me the dragons. They have one called they call one called Black Widows, the Scorpions, the Monarchs, whew, dragons, and the Cobras, the Scorpions. So they come in different sets, but I got the full set so far.
Are those watercolor?
No, they're plain old colored pencils, but they have the black lids. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I love these pencils. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I mean, if you're a colorist, I mean, a lot of people like Prismas because they're soft and they're easy to blend. I personally prefer a harder pencil. I don't know why. I guess it's because I have a heavy hand, and with a
I
hard,
like to use like some soft and harder leads together.
right,
Like if I'm gonna do some cross hatching, I like to do that with a harder lead and then use a softer lead over it and then blend it all, and then so you don't lose the cross hatching, but it blends in with the second. And
right.
so I like that a lot. Hi, Carol from the Magical Touch Studio. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Carol. Hi, Nancy. Nancy's here too.
Oh, and Nancy, very nice. Yes. So,
The Prismas are really nice. The Prismas are most people's go-to, actually.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, they are.
and I mean, in the scheme of things, the way they have these pencils laid out, when you buy every set, you end up paying the same thing you're paying for Prismas, so they're not cheaper. But I don't know, for some reason, I just like them a lot.
It's
Don't get me
amazing.
wrong, I have the other ones too. I have about a million set. Ask Lizzie.
I know she showed me one day her sets of pencils.
And this is the book I'm coloring in. It's a Hannah Carlson, and this one's called Daydreams. She has a lot of books, and this is a hardbound book, so this one's really cool.
Really? I don't ever even have a
Yeah,
hardbound coloring book. That's pretty upscale right there.
yeah, and there's really nice pages. The pages are kind of a cream color,
Uh
and they're
huh.
nice and thick. So I mean, you could even do watercolor. But the only thing is that these are two sided. So I mean, you can't really do that because you mess up one side unless you don't care.
Right. And so,
A really
right,
pretty
if you
book.
use colored pencil, it's okay, but you can't use any marker
Yeah,
or
you
anything on
you
that.
can't you definitely
It's
can't use
wet.
alcohol markers because they'll definitely destroy
Yeah.
leather.
I like the books
Single
that
sided.
are
I like them when you can
yeah.
tear them out too. See, these are like sewn in, so you can't just like. I like the perforated ones because sometimes you like to tear them out.
Yeah. Hi, Janet. Good to see you too. Wonderful. So I like to just lay out some patches like this, and then I'll just start stitching them. Like if I don't lose my needle, like I just did. I lay my needle down and then it just walks away. All my needles have legs. I cornered the market on
I
needles with
thought that's why
legs.
you have needle books
Well, I know, but I lose the needle books.
or your little needle. Don't you have one of those where you put it inside like the little metal ones?
Yeah, see, well, actually, I got a lot of. I was sorting needles the other day. I was taking all the pit needles out of my while I was watching the trial, I was pulling needle because I have to have something to do while I'm watching the trial. And so I pulled all my pins. So this one has only pins in it, and then my round one has only pins in it, and then my bucket has only needles in it. And but I gotta find the right one.
Yes, we've
But
definitely
because some
lost.
of these do not have a sharp point,
No? Well, those are more like
they're like,
embroidery,
yeah,
cross
like
stitch.
more for cross stitch or tapestry and stuff like that. Hi, Janice Barrera. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming on to hang with us while we do absolutely nothing. Well, we're not really doing
Yeah,
absolutely
we're doing our safety net thing. So when I need comfort, I color and crochet. Lizzie sews my hand and crochets, right?
Yes, I brought my it was funny because I brought my crocheting, or no, I brought my loom with me yesterday, my circle loom, and I was working on a loom hat while I was in the waiting room, and there was another lady with a loom, and so we was able to like chat with one another. This other lady, she was loom knitting hats for cancer patients. And
Oh,
hers were really pretty too, because she knows some different ways of stitches. I just know normal stuff. I just know normal stitches.
you learned a new stitch with that thing. Did you finish your coat?
I've got both sides finished, but I didn't stitch them together yet. I need it stitched together, and then I'm gonna crochet more on the hem, on the bottom to make it longer. Oh, Janet said that she's watching the trial too. Now Arlene says I'm the only person that has practiced total avoidance of the trial.
Look, if you, I mean, I've totally lost what 6 weeks of my life to that crap, and I would just say, don't do it.
But you know what? You learn from that, and you learn
I know
how
that
blessed you are.
exactly.
How you learn how to count your blessings. So many people think that if we have more money, we'll have less problems.
Nope.
Well, it does not work that way, apparently.
It could
Because
work that way if you were smart, but a lot of people who have a lot of money aren't very smart.
I think that they lose their smartness.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's that whole competition, and
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
didn't watch today, though. I didn't feel like watching the closing arguments
You
or
didn't
whatever.
miss nothing.
And then I guess what is it? Monday or Tuesday they send them the jury out. So
No, yeah,
I will want to hear what the jury comes up with.
they're out. They didn't come back with a verdict, so they'll be back on Tuesday, and there'll be a
Oh,
verdict to watch again.
jury's already been sent out to deliberate.
Yeah, they went down and they got sent home at about 5:45 because
Oh, I didn't know. See, like I said, I didn't watch it. I thought they don't even start till I didn't.
and Monday's a holiday, so they won't be there Monday. They'll be back Tuesday morning at 9, but they ain't gonna do nothing. They're just gonna say they're gonna send them back to the room, and everybody will just sit and wait. Like Johnny and Amber are gone. I mean, they weren't there earlier when she sent them out. So
Oh, really? So
yeah,
they're not even there anymore?
nope. It'll just be a
Oh,
couple of the lawyers. Not even all the lawyers are gonna be there.
I can't believe all the lawyers they have. Jeez. All them lawyers, it takes all them lawyers to figure out they're just a pain, just spoiled brats. Two spoiled brats.
Sad is what it is. It's very
It
sad.
is. It is sad.
It's the definition of dysfunction in its ugly, ugly world.
Yes. Hi, Carmen. Carmen, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friend.
Hi, Carmen.
Okay, Arlene, thank you for coming by. It was so good to say hello to you, and you are beautiful.
Bye.
Hi, Alicia. Good to see you, Alicia. My beautiful Mississippi girl. I'm trying to remember where everybody is. It's not easy.
Ed is here.
Ed, well, that's Carmen, actually.
Oh, is it Carmen?
Incognito.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's hiding from the FBI.
I got you.
IRS. She hasn't paid her taxes, so she's got to go under a what do they call them? A pseudo name?
Yes, I think I'm gonna have to come at one too.
Yeah,
I'm going in hiding too.
yeah. We need to. Sometimes we just need to go in hiding.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just all too much sometimes.
I want to thank everybody that sent out prayers for myself. I don't even usually want to even complain about health things or anything because I'm getting old. You expect things to get all cranky. But boy, I was scared about my legs here for a while because they was like great big. The good each one looked like its own Goodyear blimp. But now they are down. I can bend my knees again. I was getting scared because I was thinking about all these things. Okay, my heart is going. My this is. I was thinking the worst because that's how I get sometimes. But it's going to take some time now to get used to eating correctly and having no sodium. Yeah, that's going to be rough.
I,
But I'll get it. I'll get it. I want to do this. So as long as I want to eat right, I want to do right. And so
how do
many
you
other
eat with no
problems.
salt and no sugar, Lizzie? I don't understand how you can eat with no salt and no sugar.
It's not easy, girlfriend. But there's like I just ate three scrambled eggs.
Egg,
Although
okay.
although just the three scrambled eggs, that's not really good for
Cholesterol, because
it's
I get
no,
yelled at.
actually I don't worry too much about the cholesterol with them as much as the vitamin K.
Oh, that's right.
Because I got to watch the vitamin K too. So with vitamin K, that's all them nice vegetables. But
You can't even eat the vegetables either. That's just sad.
I can't eat the green vegetables have vitamin K, so I have to watch them. Then the yellow vegetables, they've got carbohydrates and sugar, so I got to watch them. So vegetables are pretty much out of it. But there's a few vegetables like squash, and I like squash really well.
I love
And
squash.
I also like food that's just all mixed up. Like I can fry up some squash. I call it fried, but what I do is I got one of these like it's like a grill, like a little pancake grill.
Yeah.
And so but nothing sticks to it all at all. So I don't have to put any oil or anything on it. And so I can take like a squash and just fry it all up on there. And then when the squash is done, I can just drop egg on top of it and then eat that, and it's plenty for me. And I think my in the last couple of weeks my stomach is shrinking, so I don't feel like I need so much food. And I'm doing my A1C, not my A1C. My A1C was 6.1 when I went to the doctor the other day, and he said that's excellent. He took me off of one of my diabetic pills.
What?
Yes,
You're a rock star.
I am a rock star. I'm telling you, that's the truth. I'm gonna live to be 112.
You are.
Y- y- Barbara, yes, I have been diagnosed with CHF, but and that's been like years ago that I was diagnosed. And so when they first diagnosed me, I thought, well, the word failure is in there, and how could I have that when I'm still alive? But they still say I have CHF, and that's what causes a lot of the water.
What's CHF?
Congestive heart failure.
Oh, yeah.
I know, and my heart is just fine.
I'm sure I have it too.
And so I don't mind really watching what I eat now. I'm in fact in the last couple weeks that I've really been watching everything that I throw up in this pine hole. It, um, it's fine. That's absolutely
Oh,
fine.
all I can think is up in here, up in here. Hi, Lizzie. Oh, you're so
So I do. I watch what I eat, and I think my stomach's shrinking because I don't feel like I need enough. I don't need all that food that I'm eating
well. It
because a lot
doesn't.
of it I'm eating for pleasure. See, that's what I've been doing is eating for pleasure.
Oh
And
no. You
yeah,
like my you like my cup?
what does that say? Hate?
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate.
I got my
I
unicorn. See,
I seen the cutest
that's
things that
my pencil cup where I put my shavings in. It's got all my sharpeners in it, and this is my eraser.
Elaine has got some stuff she's selling on her channel, the lawyer nerd, and the one cup says um
Hi, Janie.
objection hearsay. I said objection hearsay. That was said so much in the trial. I said, boy, I need one of them cups. Objection
Emily,
hearsay.
Emily, the lawyer, she has a new cup, and it has a it says grumpy on it, and
And it has a grumpy.
it has a
Yes.
poop with a mustache like Johnny Depp on it.
Yes.
That is not funny, y'all. It's not funny.
Patricia says you can live for years with CHF. The trick is to get rid of it. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm working on right now. I'm getting rid of it. And I'm doing my fingers, the tips of my fingers are numb. And from all the time I poke my finger to check my blood sugar. Because they'll
Mm.
give me all the strips I need at the doctor's office. She goes, if you use them all up in a day, I'll give you some more. And so,
I do it occasionally just to check mine because I had it. I had it when I was pregnant, and I have all this. I still have stuff, so I check mine because I'm on that cusp. I'm a pre-diabetic, so I have to
yeah,
still
I've
be
been
careful.
checking mine. I want to make sure I keep it. It's my scorecard. Hi, Trucker Janie. My friend Trucker Janie. My friend Trucker
Hi,
Janie.
Kathy Caldwell.
Kathy Cole. I have that in AFP and AFib. I do low sodium too. It's hard, but you're right. It can be done. Yep, it can be done. You got it. Low sodium. You can't go no sodium because you'd have to eat only ice cubes. But yeah. I have never been one to add salt to food, but boy, they do sneak it in.
Psh, you ain't kidding.
They
It's like sugar. You don't even know it's there.
It's just hidden in there. So
It can be salty and still have sugar in it, or it can be sweet and still have salt in it.
yeah,
I think I just need a personal chef. Just what it's going to come down to.
right.
I need a sponsor. I need a sponsor so I can hire me a personal chef because I don't know how to cook for myself or eat.
Kathy Cole, it is so good to see you. She's a Florida girl.
I think I need to back out just a tiny bit. It's hard for y'all to see me.
My granddaughter, who lives in Alabama, may be moving to South Alabama, which will be really nice because that'll make her closer.
Ooh, she'll be near the well, you're near the Gulf.
Yeah, it's near, what do they call it? Gulf,
It's
something.
Alabama, something shore, Alabama,
Yeah, the Gulf Shores. Yeah,
something
her
shore.
husband was offered a doggone good job there.
Nice.
And so, which they just bought a house up in northern Alabama, but she says she can sell that. That don't matter.
Boy, to be young again, huh? Just say, hey, I'm gonna sell this one and move somewhere else. Now, tomorrow.
I know these kids, my granddaughter and her husband, they're just doing so well. Um,
Hi,
I mean,
Patricia.
they
Hi,
had
Riri.
bought and paid for a house at a very, very young age. Hi, Riri. How the heck are you? It is so good to see you.
That's good though.
And so, yes, but yeah, and so now her husband for Mother's Day. No, it was Mother's Day. No, it wasn't for maybe it was Mother's Day. He bought her a Kia Telluride.
A what?
Kia Telluride.
Oh, a car.
A car, yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Although it does kind of look like a hearse, but some of these newer cars look like a hearse. I don't like that. But anyway, wait a minute. I gotta be. Where did I put my mouse? Oh, there it is.
I'm not even interested in a new car. I don't go anywhere. Why do I need a car?
Yeah, that's true. Well, she's traveling all the time, hauling her children to school and stuff.
Yeah, that's
A
different.
young mom.
Yeah.
Kathy says vegetables do taste better with salt, but I'm learning to do it anyway. I haven't had chips or salt since I coded in February. You coded.
Oh
Don't even
no.
think about salty or salting anymore. Very good. Isn't that something that we have to have? We have to be like knocked in the head with a rolling pin to wake us up and realize what we have to do. Knock us in the head with a rolling pin. And so, but yeah, I'm telling you, my legs had me scared. I'm telling you, they were so huge. And so that, oh, what was this here? Oh, wait. Carmen says she just learned how to do Kawandi quilting and totally, I gotta write that down.
Kawandi quilting?
Yes, I've never heard of it. When there's a word I've never heard of,
Is
it's
that
like,
like the Indian from India, the way they quilt?
I don't know. They do a lot of oh
There's
no,
one that starts with a K, I think, but I don't know how to say it. That
okay,
might be it.
that might be it. I'm gonna write it down because I want to know. I have to know everything there is to know in life. Um, what was
Uh,
that? Kawandi.
Lizzie
Kawandi.
reminds me of a little curious child always.
I need to know these things.
She
I
needs
don't have that much life left, only about 20 years, and I gotta learn all this stuff in 20 years so I can have my certificate to go to heaven. You gotta
I
know stuff.
know a lot.
I like to know new stuff.
I
And
I,
so,
I don't know if I do anymore because the more I learn, the worse it gets.
okay, let's see. I think
I
I
think
missed
sometimes
some.
it's easier to stay in the dark. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
You want to stay in the dark?
Yeah.
Just wear sunglasses. You'll be okay.
Just a knowledge way. I'm tired of finding out new stuff. I don't want to know anymore. I just don't want to
I
know.
just want to know good things. I do not want to learn about school
Let me
shootings.
stay in my tiny little bubble.
Can you believe that shooting in Texas?
I can't. Let's not talk about it because I've already cried about it today. They had a news conference and the poor policeman was bawling and I was bawling too.
I know it doesn't it just break your heart.
Oh
Oh,
my
it's from
god.
India. The that word that I just wrote that I don't even remember what it is. That quilting is from India. So
Yes, that's what I
yeah,
thought.
I'm gonna look into that one, Carmen. See, I just learned about, well, what is that word?
It's pretty much like a straight stitch, isn't it? Like a straight running stitch. That's what it looks like to me, but I don't know.
Well, 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 like this here that I'm doing is Boro stitching, but it's also like a just a straight stitch, and it's also like a sashiko. But sashiko is more where you make some designs in your stitching, but still, it's not like embroidery. It's just really, really pretty stuff.
Are you using? Are you I need to turn it back so I can see you. I can't see you.
I'm just using threaded. I'm trying. Usually, I turn my fabric around, so I'm always going from right to left.
You're
But
just
I don't.
using sewing thread or you using embroidery thread?
I'm using this thread. Just a minute.
Oh, the pearl thread.
It's not pearl though.
It's not pearl?
It's Lisbeth,
I
and
thought it was.
it's called. It's size 20.
It's an embroidery.
So maybe it is pearl. I don't know.
I think it is. That's like those ones I bought that I haven't even used yet. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, this is a size 20, which I really need a little bit heavier thread, and so but I'm doing this with double. It's double threaded. I got a double string and that way. I got another thread somewhere. Oh, you know what I like to use is this crochet cotton. I like the weight of this
Oh
to
yeah.
use
Oh yeah.
for so I don't know why I didn't just put this on there instead of this one. But I might switch it. I might switch it in the
I
next
still
batch.
can't understand how you crochet with that stuff. I've tried. It's really, really hard.
It's really, really easy.
Is it?
To me, it's easier than using yarn because you going for a walk, Papa? Okay. Do you still love me?
Well, I used a tiny, a little teeny tiny hook that I had from my grandmother to do it with. Is it just for tatting? Should you not use a hook?
A hook? I use a needle for tatting. Now, some people say they use a hook for tatting, but in tatting, all I've ever used is a needle.
Yeah, I did crochet, but it was with a teeny tiny little hook, and it was so small, and it was like, oh, my
When
hands
I
are too big for that.
when I first learned to crochet, I learned to crochet with crochet cotton because my mother tried to teach me with yarn, and I kept splitting the thread, the yarn. I would split the yarn and split the yarn, split the yarn. And then one day I said, well, I'm just going to go. I took her book and I went into my bedroom with just the crochet cotton and a small hook. And I was able to do it. And I made a doily. I made the whole doily with the pineapples and everything in it before I even showed my mother. My mother almost croaked. She goes, "You did not do that." I said, "Yes, I did." "Yes, I did, Mama."
Hi, Mara.
Because I could do it with, well, now my eyesight isn't as good anymore, so it's harder. But now I use a lot of um, yarn.
Janie said she went through there yesterday in Texas. I can't remember how you say that town.
Yeah, I don't either. Just a small town.
It starts with a U.
Yeah,
You something. I can't remember.
I don't know, but I'm sad for that whole town.
Ooh, I was so sad today. That press conference was brutal. That poor
Mm.
cop. They are getting such a beating for that.
My mom used a hook for crocheting with crochet cotton and made beautiful doilies. I still have them. Yeah,
So
my
that was
mom made
war.
beautiful doilies. And well, we lived in Minnesota at the time she was making all of these doilies. And so she would make doilies and she would also make little baskets with the crochet cotton. And then she would starch them with sugar water.
Yes.
And the sugar water would make the edges of the doilies, they would have little fringes on them.
Yep.
And then once you wash them, you have to wash them, and then you have to starch them again with the sugar water. And but
I
she'd
have
make these beautiful baskets, like a little flower girl basket with lace on the edges, or looked like lace. She crocheted all beautiful stuff. She did.
I have some ornaments that my grandma made. She made um she made angels like that
Mm-hmm.
that were starched, and they look like a bell kind of, but then they were like the angel tart top.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then I have some bells that actually have like the little jingle bell inside,
Oh, I bet they're pretty. Yeah,
and
in Florida now, I don't think
snowflake.
we could starch with sugar anymore. I don't think we could do that because we would have ants. I'm telling you, because Florida is nothing but one great big ant hill. And so, yeah, we couldn't do it here, but we didn't have that problem in Minnesota. So she always used sugar water to starch with. They
Yeah,
also
the
made
little tiny
doilies.
black ants.
Yeah, little bitty ants. When we get them here, they're like horrible. We
You
had
know
them
what my
so bad
grandma
one.
used to call them? She used to call them piss ants because they'd come for the sugar and they'd be in the cabinets. And she said, "Oh, here's the piss ants."
Oh, they bite. Oh my goodness. Marge has an old book of crocheted orange or angels. I have my mom's. Gosh, I don't know how old that crochet book is, but there's a lot of crochet doilies and stuff in there. And nowadays, the I can understand every. Oh, they're not recipes. Every pattern in there, I understand every one of them. And but now I can look at newer patterns and I can't hardly read them. There's new because there's new stitches. Oh, one magazine. Where did I put
I
that
can't
magazine?
read patterns. I can only read the ones that are like drawn out.
Oh
Where they
yeah.
drawing, where they draw in the actual crochet, the crochet, like, they show you if it's a double or a single or whatever,
Yeah.
and they make it, and you can see. But I mean, just reading a pattern, I can't. I used to could, but now I can't. My brain's not doesn't work the same way it used to.
Your brain's on strike, in other words?
Yeah, words, they're hard.
Yeah, words are
I'm do better with pictures.
hard.
Or watching a video and watching somebody else do it and then like stopping it and doing it and stopping it.
Right, yes. I love the videos to
I learn
learn a
much
new
better that
stitch.
way.
Because I will be doing a pattern and then all of a sudden it'll say do a popcorn cluster or something. I said, what? Then I have to look it up and then I'll find it, whatever it is on a
But then the next time you need to do it, you don't remember, do you?
that's right. Then we gotta look it up again.
That happens to me every time I try to embroider and every time I try to crochet. I have to drag the book out because I forgot what a stitch looks like.
So I'm happy for YouTube because I can learn stuff in YouTube.
I agree. But then I get all crazy and want to do crazy stuff and it don't work out.
Well, see, one thing I have found out too, now that I'm learning a lot of these different stitches, or like when I first there was like a shell, or there was double, half double, and double, single crochets, slip stitch, single,
I
half double,
have
double, and treble. That's what I knew. And then I knew how to make a shell. So if there was anything else, or chain, of course, anything else, I'm lost. Don't tell me to
I've
do
done
anything else.
popcorn before. I did one time that had a bunch of
Yeah.
popcorns in it.
But now, since I'm doing these hats, I'm just making up my own patterns now, and they're turning out into real hats.
I showed you the one my daughter's doing. She's doing the granny squares that have the sunflowers inside it.
No, you didn't show me that.
Yes,
Why
I
your
did.
pants on fire?
I sent you a picture. She's
Uh
doing it. She's
oh.
gonna make her
I'll have to
a
look.
bag.
Yeah. Oh.
She's
Well,
gonna sew.
I love. Hi, Tammy Wolf.
Hi, Tammy.
I just love this six-sided granny square, granny hexagon sweater. I think that is the most awesome thing. It is so simple to make, and I want to make. I want to get one, make them for my granddaughters, but I want to make one for myself that is going to be all different colors. Boy, it is going to be bohemian like you wouldn't believe. Might even put a fringe on the bottom.
Watch out.
Ah, yeah, buddy.
She's going for the fringe, y'all.
Yeah, buddy. There's Eugenia Osborne from over there in Oregon.
Hi, Eugenia. I love her bee, her little bee avatar.
Yeah, yes, that's cute. So a friend of my son sent him a picture from up there in Colorado, elbow deep in snow already.
No.
Yeah. Well, it might be up in the mountains too, but elbow deep in snow. And that was from a couple of days ago.
What?
I'm
There's
telling
no
you.
way.
I thought of snow when I seen Eugenia's name. I always think of snow and fish. Eugenia's I always think of her husband has gone fishing. I mean himself. Himself. She calls her husband himself. Himself is done gone fishing.
Oh,
See how when you learn people, you learn people, you learn about what you you just learn something about them, and that's where for me that's where my mind sticks, not stinks. Oh, and there you go. Nomadia Nomadia Vaughn is making cork dolls right now. Them cork dolls are so cute.
hi, Nomadia.
I got to work on I got Matilda sitting right here. I need to work on her some more. She just sits right here and I just keep looking at her. But now I've got some fringe that's got pony beads all on it. That's going to go on her skirt too. But she's sitting right here right now, just looking pretty and
You use
waiting.
the funky yarn for her hair.
Yeah, I use that cool stuff for her hair. I'm not done with her hairdo yet though. It takes time. Beauty doesn't come in overnight. It takes work.
Do you know Stacy's moved yet?
I don't know if she's. I know she's trying to sell that house of hers. She lowered the price, and
I
last I heard, she had a couple more people coming to look at it. So
Oh, okay.
I
I
won't.
haven't watched in a while because once I get done with the trial, I'm so exhausted I can't do anything else.
Did you see where she posted the house she's selling?
I did, and then
That's beautiful.
White House.
That is beautiful. Her house is, and she's in the colors. Oh my gosh. I want to go live in her house. I guess she loves her house, but she only wants to get out from under that mortgage.
I don't blame her.
So I guess that's the reason she's actually wanting to move.
Sometimes we just need a new place to look at.
Yeah, that's true too, but I don't ever want to move because that's too much work for me. Been in this
Nah,
house too long. I've been at the same address. I don't want to have to change my address on nothing. I've had the same address now for 48 years. So
me and my
I
hubby
moved.
were gonna move once upon a time, and that was like we had planned it right before the COVID hit, and then the COVID hit, and it's like now it's just like I don't even think I could handle having to do it. There's just too much stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, it's just too much to deal with.
I have things here. I know where everything is in this house. If I had to pack it all up and
Oh
move,
my! All
I
I
could.
gotta say, if I had to pack it up, you better get a big trash can because I ain't happening.
There wouldn't be much here that I could throw away.
I'd throw it all away and start over again.
Oh no, you would not.
I would too. Don't
No.
think I wouldn't, because I would. I'd do it tomorrow too if I know I wouldn't get so depressed about doing it. It kind of makes me crazy if you want to know the truth.
Hmm. No, my stuff don't make me crazy. My stuff makes me happy. My and now some people look at me when I tell them that this makes me happy. My well, I asked my son. He goes, "You want me to rate you a dumpster so you can clear out a little bit?" I said, "Billy, if I had a dumpster out in the front yard and you was what would you throw away first?" And he could not name anything that he would throw away first because I have nothing to throw away. I said, "See, I need this stuff."
Well, I say that, but if the time came down to it, because I've started it to do it many, many a times. I have plenty of boxes and bags started. I just can't do it. I end up just sitting here and going through it and putting it right back up where I got it from and
Yeah,
saying, I can't get rid of that.
yeah, that's it. Gail has got to go cook dinner and take care of the
Oh,
dogs. I know that. Okay, thank you for stopping by, Gail. Have a nice dinner. Absolutely. Eugenia says her house is paid for. We ain't going anywhere.
woo.
That's right. My house is paid for, and it ain't go. I ain't going anywhere either. I don't want house payments again.
Eugenia's finished doing her temp job and she's back to crafting. Ooh, I wish I could say that.
Mhm.
That's my problem, Lizzie. The job. The job has to go, not the crafts.
That's right. Your job has to go. That's right. There has to be a better way of making a living besides work.
I need more craft time and less work time.
That's right. Some people have jobs that is just crafting. But it would be hard to have crafting as your job. I would not like that at all. I like crafting as a hobby. But if it was my
See,
job, because well actually I did do screen printing at one time. I worked at a shop where we did screen printing, and I worked there for 3 years, and I did absolutely love it. But I couldn't breathe there, so I had to leave. Lizzie, I have to live on my tablet. Good to have you. Oh, good to have you live on my tablet. I
oh,
can't
Boozy,
even read.
Boozy.
Do you know I have a problem with reading? I There is many times I catch myself trying to read a sentence from the end of the sentence forward.
Really?
I don't know why I even try to do that because it just really is not right.
Some people read upside down, I hear.
I can read upside down really well, but I don't know right reading normally, and sometimes I'll just look at a sentence and I guess maybe I like reading a book from the end to the front because you want to know the punchline before you get to it. I don't know. I don't know. There is Patty G, and she says, "I call my stuff my kids' inheritance. They will choose to bring it to life or bury it." There you go.
I know where
There
mine's
you
gonna
go.
go.
That's good, Patty.
Mine's gonna go in the landfill for sure.
I don't. I have one daughter that says she's going to leave all my stuff just as it is right now, and she'll come and play with it every once in a while.
Well, my one daughter, she's kind of crafty. My other one does art, and but they're not people that have stuff.
Yeah,
They
that's
just
my yeah. My daughters. None of my daughters are one to collect stuff. Well,
no.
one is a little collectible, but the other ones are
So
minimalists, like you wouldn't believe. They don't keep anything in their house unless they use it every day.
hold on a second. I gotta go. I gotta mute for a minute. The hubby's calling.
Okay, go give them a little hug.
That's when you hear the motorcycle.
Yeah, your husband rides a motorcycle. Lizzie, will it all to make a unicorn temple? There you go. Yes, yes. So, yep. It's. I am so glad I have everything that I do have, though, because like I have to switch my crafting back and forth all the time. I do one thing for a little while and then I switch to something else for a little while. I am not one that can. There's some people all I do is crochet, they say. Well, I can crochet and I love to crochet, but I can't do that. I have to switch. Like even yesterday when I went and set the day at my house at the hospital with my daughter, I had my goodie bag and I had crocheting in it. I had a doodle book in there. I had magazines to read, and so two different crocheting projects: a blanket and my loom hats, and then my book so I could doodle in that, and magazines to read. So I had. Oh, Carol is going. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much. It's just good to see you, and just seeing all of you and talking to you. Um, it's just to you all is just it's just amazing how it kind of clears my brain. So much going on in my head right now, and I'm real concerned for my daughter. I really am. They took they did a complete no they didn't they did she was in the hospital she's in the hospital she yesterday she had it's been a roller coaster really because they first diagnosed her a week ago with cancer, then cervical no not cervical uterine no sorry I can't come up with the word ovarian cancer, and so they said something's got to go. So then they said well maybe it's not cancer, maybe it's something else. But then they did some kind of blood work that was looking for cancer markers, and then that showed all these like a bunch of cancer markers. So, but then they said, but it still may not be cancer. So she went yesterday, and she had, as far as I understand, which I didn't hear it from the doctor, and Jennifer's hearing what she hears, and she is in just like she's in a stupor still with pain medications, but they they did a complete hysterectomy but left the cervix is kind of what it sounded like they said, like she was trying to say they left something, and I guess they can leave the cervix. And so but then the the cancer doctor was alongside, and he was taking biopsies of different areas. And so, but we won't hear the results from them biopsies then until like 2 days, it says, at least, whatever it takes to figure out them biopsies. So then we'll know more about what is going on with her. And so we're praying now that it is not cancer, because they were first once said it was cancer, then the cancer markers said it was cancer, and but it may not be cancer. So we're going with that it may not. And so like we don't know yet, right? We just don't know. And so there is a lot of hope that it's not cancer, because then all she has to do now is heal. But for some reason, in the last about 3 months, she had lost about 40 pounds. And but she said it's because when she was eating. Now my brother lost a lot of pounds with his cancer, but he was still eating. He was just losing the weight. Well, my daughter's not eating. She's just not hungry. She doesn't eat, and when she does eat, it seems to come back up. And so that's what's different than what my brother just went through. So now it's just a lot. It's a waiting game, and I can wait. Definitely, if it's going to be bad news, I definitely can wait. But where did I put that thing full of needles, Elizabeth? I want to find a sharper needle.
I pray that it's not.
Yeah, and so and that's it. That's my prayers and my hopes. You know what? Me and Jeffrey, we get into deep conversations, and so our um our conversation the other day was the differences between hope and prayer. And oh, that one's nice and sharp. And he said we decided that everybody in the world hopes in the same language. Everybody's hope is the same name brand. Hope is hope. And then, but everybody prays differently. And like some people don't pray, and some people don't know how to pray. And yes, some some people don't know how to pray. I have to say I didn't know how to pray for many years. I still don't know if I'm doing it right. But you can do hope. You can hope the same. Hope is the same all around the world. And if if you want to tell God or whatever that you're going to hope instead of pray, but it means the same, I think God will understand that. And so then you can start hoping for everything, and it can be just very easy. That doesn't make any sense, does it, you all? But when me and Jeffrey were talking about it, it made totally good sense. So now we're doing hope and pray at the same time. If we need to prayer, we say we need hopes and prayers. So that's what we're doing now is hopes and prayers. And we decided that you would. It's like a hope is in an insurance just in case you didn't say the prayer right. You may not have, because I used to go to church regular, and I was going mostly to a Baptist church regular, and I would just pray under my breath that they would not call on me to pray out loud. And I mean, I went to the same church 30 years. I never did get comfortable with praying out loud, because other people would pray and they would, oh, that's my alarm. And then see right here, that's my medicine, my 7 o'clock medicine. This way, and I've also got a drink. So whenever my alarm goes off at 7, oh, down the hatch they go.
I feel you there with the praying. I still don't feel like I pray correctly, but who's to say, as you say, what's the right way?
Right. And I would, and every once in a while they'd say, Sister Elizabeth, would you please close us in prayer? Oh, Sister Elizabeth would stand back there with these rubber knees and try to come up with something that sounded half understandable to the others. Oh,
Yeah,
I'd be
same.
Sister Elizabeth, they would say. So yeah, it's rough. But boy, you can just hope. You can just say, "I hope," and then just keep on. Just. I hope, and it's all good. It's easy. God knows what's in your heart. See that? Valerie said, "God knows what's in your heart." Thank you, Lorna. Thank you so much for that. So much.
Hi,
And yes,
Valerie. Hello.
God knows what's in your heart. Prayer, Patricia says, prayer increases hope. Wait a minute, now it moved. Prayer increases hope, looking forward to the blessings. Absolutely right. That's it. And so
I think
we,
the hard part for me is that I have trouble with words. So it's not that I can't pray, it's just I can't pray out loud because
yes,
it's different. I can, internally it's different. Yeah, but like you, I'm nervous as to what everybody else is hearing come out of my mouth.
that's right. Yeah. But the other night I sat on my porch because I didn't go to sleep with Tuesday night. I didn't go to sleep at all. My brain was so wrapped around Jennifer's upcoming surgery. And I sat on my front porch and it was 2 o'clock in the morning or something. And I actually prayed out loud. I very rarely pray out loud. And, but just to myself and to God. And because I just so concerned about my Jennifer, and so I guess there's times too that, and a lot of times, like I'll say, like I'll poke myself in the finger to do my blood sugar test, and it hurts. I'm telling you, sometimes it hurts really bad, and it'll hurt for like 2 minutes before it quits hurting. I said, "Oh God, help me! Take that pain out of my finger." I'll do that. Is that really a prayer? I don't know, but I ask him anyway. But he does it, and it's missing. All of a sudden, the pain goes away. So, hi, Sue Hennessy. Oh, now somebody's got to go fix. Kathy's got to go fix salads to go with dinner. Oh, she is making a salad with her dinner.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Patricia. Or who's leaving? Hi, Kathy.
Yeah, I got to fix salad to go to dinner. I'm gonna go eat with her because she's gonna have salad and everything.
That's
There
what's
was a
happening.
time that I
Oh, me.
fixed a salad with every meal. I had a salad. My mother always had a salad with every meal. Every meal had a salad. You ate your salad first, then you ate your meal. These days, we just throw some food on a plate and eat it.
We honestly don't eat salad unless I make spaghetti.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not something we make regularly,
I
unfortunately.
used to. It was always either salad or coleslaw with a meal, or sometimes a bowl of applesauce. But it would be something like that. Usually, just a tossed salad. Ootsie, I missed bingo the other night. Doggone it. Well, I had to miss bingo because I had to go to my grandson's graduation, so I had to miss bingo to do that. That was sad. Now I seen a message that maybe there won't be any bingo. There
Why?
won't be any. There, I don't know. Somebody's causing trouble with Miss Kathy.
What?
I know. I
Are you
don't know what
kidding?
the deal is, but somebody's causing trouble with Miss Kathy, and she says she doesn't know she's going to continue
Oh
doing
my
it.
lord. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. People just need
I
to get
know it.
over themselves and just stop.
I know it. I can't. I am addicted to bingo. I love bingo.
I love
Did
it.
you win a game, Bootsy? You always win a game.
He
I
does.
think
I
you
have
got
not
somebody.
won
You got
one
something
yet.
going on with the. You're having an affair with the bingo caller. That's what's happening, Bootsy.
I haven't been for a couple of weeks though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I miss. I look at this. I made even up my bingo cards. See, these are my bingo cards.
Look at you.
This is my numbers I use every week. And I fixed these up on my little print program, and I just printed them all out, 10 games per day. And I used my numbers. My numbers are 1023, that's my birthday, 1949, that's my birth year, and 72 is my age. So once I have a birthday, then this last number will turn to 73. I'm using the same numbers every week.
That's my problem is I don't use the same numbers. I just pull 5 out of my head, and I'm never successful at it.
But it's so fun. So I hope she continues on with the
Wow, I
bingos.
really can't believe that.
I don't know what somebody, I don't know, somebody wasn't happy with something or something, I don't know.
Oh my
So
lord.
I'm not sure, but don't quote me on nothing because I just I never in a loop, I just sort
Oh,
of
I know.
I hear a little bit and then I just kind of add my own story to it
I do
and
my best to stay out of the loop.
yeah, I just well when I seen that there'll probably be no bingo on Monday, it just was a sad it just was it brought a gray cloud right over top of my head. No bingo, no, don't tell me there's not going to be no bingo.
It's nice having something to look forward to.
Yeah. My husband is standing over me. Just standing there like he's like the Statue of Liberty. He's just standing here. I guess I should ask him what he wants. I think I should find out what he wants. Papa, what do you want?
I just come and give you a little salute because I'm gonna go watch videos.
He was coming to give me a little smooch. Okay, y'all close your eyes.
Take it.
A little smooch. I love you, Papa.
Take it.
He always gives me a little smooch before he leaves to go back to the back 40 to watch videos.
Uh oh, the back 40.
Yeah,
Watch
he's going
out.
to the back 40. He's going to get into his pajamas and
Oh my
watch
gosh, it is 7 o'clock.
NCIS.
NCIS video.
Yes.
He
7 o'clock.
he
Into the
likes to
back
watch
40.
it. You know where Papa is here. Yep. You
It's
know
like clockwork.
it is. That means he just gives the dogs their treat, and he just secured the castle. He does that. He's got a routine he follows.
But that is comforting, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, I know.
He called me yesterday when I was up at the hospital with Jennifer, and he called me about 10 times to say, I miss you. I miss
Right?
you. I miss you. And he did. You wouldn't think he'd miss me after all these years, but he does because he loves me.
I know mom misses me too when I'm not here. Maybe like the first day he's good, but then after that, I know he does.
Yeah.
He might be all right because the first day he can sit up on the couch, and not do nothing, not worry about anything. But then by like the second day, he's probably like,
Yeah. Yeah, the
I'm
first day they can say, "Yay, I can throw my dirty socks in the floor and not get yelled at."
look, I need her to feed me. Where's she at?
Yeah, right, right, right.
I ain't got
Oh
no
God.
food. Because he will sit here and there will be plenty of food in this house and he will not eat, y'all. Not eat.
My hamster is a sandwich fixer. He fixes him a sandwich. I'll say, Papa, what you want me to fix for dinner? He goes, Oh, no, I'm fine. I just ate a sandwich.
See, that's me in a cereal bowl. I'm just like, fix me a cereal bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to where I just eat a lot of bread, man. I eat bread and I feel like I have just like, I don't know, drank 50 beers.
50 beers. I've never drank 50 beers, so I wouldn't know.
Well, it's like eating a bunch of bread. You kind of swell up.
Yes, I did, Samantha. I caught me a good man. And it's amazing because he's my second husband. My first husband passed away when he was 54. He had early onset Alzheimer's disease and he passed and he was an amazing man. He was an amazing father, amazing man, and he was just so fun. And then I met Richard not long after, actually. And everybody that knows Richard said, "Oh my God, he's just like Ernie. It's just like Ernie. It's like a," and he is. He's so much like my Ernie was.
She's a
And so to get
baby
lucky
magnet.
2 times in a row, I must be doing something good. I
Ha,
must. I must be really good looking.
yeah, you a babe magnet. That's what it is.
Oh.
Bootsy says it sounds like we're describing a puppy. Well, if the shoe fits.
Eugenia says himself can feed himself, but he needs somebody to talk to besides the dog.
No, my thing. Sometimes mine's happy with just a dog around. I think he don't
We
want to hear me. I
we
think
love talking to our dogs. I'm telling you,
I
we
know.
just love talking to them. Look, have you been here all this time? You were? Okay. And so I never know when little bit is in and out. Mama just throws him in the door. She leaves to go somewhere, she just throws a little bit in the door. Happy
Oh,
Ray,
the
do you
little
have
one.
a reaction to gluten?
You know what?
But
I don't know. I had a test done once upon a time when they were trying to figure out something that was going on in my stomach, and they said I didn't, but I don't know.
Samantha Stimson, she said she finally moved permanently. I am 20 minutes away. You've got to be kidding. Where are you 20 minutes away?
Lucky duck.
Samantha Stimson is 20 minutes away.
Go see Lizzie.
So
Have
she's
some
either in
fun.
Brooksville or she's in Newport Richie or.
I'm moving tomorrow.
Okay, you move tomorrow. Come on down.
I'm moving right next door. You got another house next to you for sale?
I wish. There's none though.
I can
Well,
live in
there
the back
is.
40.
You're in Homosassa. She's over there in Homosassa. You'll have to drive pretty fast to be 20 minutes away. I love Homosassa. I used to go up there to go to the flea market. You got the best flea market. They still have Howard's flea market up there, Samantha. We used to go up there to Howard's flea market. It was beautiful.
Did you hear me?
Close.
I said I can live in the back 40.
Okay, you can live in the back 40. There you go.
I wish we had a back 40.
I was talking to a lady in the waiting room yesterday that they live in a, they have a house here near, but she goes, it's just very small, and it's just so that they have a house for their mailbox, and but they have a
What?
motor, yeah, and they have a motorhome. They just constantly travel in the motorhome, and she's 77 and her husband is 80,
What?
and then they have two dogs, and they just constantly moving it, going somewhere in their motorhome.
Oh my God,
But
I
they
can't
live
even
all
imagine.
over.
That just sounds exhausting to me.
Yeah, in a way, it sounds fun,
No.
and in a way, it sounds a little bit fun. Now, if I had somebody else to drive or something, and maybe, but there would not be enough room for my junk in a motorhome. That's for sure.
That's
I
for
am
sure.
on the south end of Homosassa, all highway pretty much. that is that that is awesome, Samantha. Golly gee boom, golly boom. Yeah, me and Papa, we don't drive anymore because we're like really old and decrepit, and so yeah, and really between here and Homosassa, there's really not much on the highway because once you pass through Spring Hill, going north on 19, nothing. It's
Hi,
pretty much
dude.
you can drive with your eyes closed.
Ooh, I did not just yawn, y'all.
Laugh lines do rock, yes. We do most of our shopping and eating out in Spring Hill. Get out of town.
She's coming to see you.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing. But you have to know my house is a dump.
I'm jealous.
I am jealous too. Oh no. Yeah. My house is not like a, I never did make it to the good housekeeping awards or anything like that. So you'd have to just be forewarned about that. I'm sort of like a hoarder. But boy, would I. Oh, and you guys, my dining room floor. I told you all before that my my son pulled up the carpet in the dining room because it was 24 years old. It needed to go. I want this carpet out of here. And so then we only had concrete floor. And so then I painted part of it one color and painted it a little bit more in another color. Part of it isn't color, painted. And so the other night, about a couple weeks ago, I took some. Oh, you wouldn't believe this. I've got a mixed media floor. I have got paint squirted. I've squirted paint and dripped paint and poured paint, all different colors, all over my dining room floor. So, and pretty much just the rest of the house kind of looks the same. It matches the rest of my house. That's my house. So anybody that comes here has to be forewarned. But anybody can come here. I don't mind. Yes. Crafty says mine's not a. Wait a minute. Mine's not a palace either, but I don't mind. It's full of love and laughter. And that is what's my house. It's full of love and laughter. When I was
Same.
looking at the pictures of Stacy's house that she's got up for sale, and so it shows all the rooms and how pretty it is in the realtor ad. Oh my gosh! I said how nice it would be to have a house that was all that organized and pretty. Which I know she did a lot to get it ready for sale, but mine would never look that way. And no, Nomedia Van lives in a large ProMaster van and have all my crafts here. Soon to have solar panels so I can use a sewing machine. Oh, you're kidding.
That's
So you're
awesome.
a nomad in a van. That is awesome. Do you have a web page at all or a channel that you show your van life? I have watched some videos on people who live in a van, and they show how they're um so it shows how they live in this van. And there is a lot of space actually when you start looking in a van. There's a lot of space there when you look at your house and you say, look at all this wasted space in the middle of the floor. That is wasted space. It is. You don't need all of that. We had some friends one time that had this living room that you had to, if you were at one corner, I mean, it was beautiful, but there was furniture like around the perimeter of the room. There's big old fireplace in there. But if you were at one end of the living room and then somebody else was at the other end of the, you had to get a megaphone to talk to them over there because it was so huge. And I thought, why have all that wasted space? You could have built a whole nother house inside the living room.
Or
Crazy.
filled it with crafts.
Crafty says Stacy has worked hard and deserves her new home, just what she wants. Her house, if when her house will sell. It is beautiful. That house is just beautiful, and it'll sell. And but the house that she has picked out to move into is amazing. It's amazing. She's going to have so much space in her, and it's got an indoor pool. I remember a day when we were looking for a house with indoor plumbing. She's got an indoor pool. But anyway, let's see. Yes, Stacy has worked hard. Eugenia says she's right here in her double wide, 1980. Yep, double wide. And are my feet up? No, they're not right this minute, but I got my TED hose on. So I got my sport hose on, so I'm good. And Eugenia's 78 double wide that we had to pull up the carpet and still have particle board. At least you got a floor. Mine's concrete. At least you got a floor, and that's all good. And in the living room part of my house, the the carpet is so yucky looking that I just got a big area rug and I threw it on top of there. The area rug looks okay. Yeah, I'm double wide, but Bootsy Bootsy says I'm double wide, but the house is of a normal size.
I feel
I,
you, Boots.
I know about double wide. Oh, Crafty says that her new home is 3 hours away from her daughter. So that's cool. So whenever you go to see your daughter, Jude, then you will be able to go see Stacy and touch and play with all her crafty stuff.
That's an adventure in itself. I've been there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You've been over to Stacy's.
Yeah, the one she lived, well, the one she's trying to sell, I've been to.
That's a nice house.
I got to sleep in the pink bedroom.
Gosh, she's got the colors of her walls just are adorable. It's like she lives in Candyland.
It was like sleeping in the royal bedroom.
The royal bedroom, yes. You know what? I looked up on this on the trial. Back to the trial.
Oh no.
I they at one time they went to this hillbilly, no, Hicksville.
Hicksville.
So I looked up Hicksville
Did you?
on the computer to see what Hicksville was all about. What an awesome place.
Is it cool? I can imagine it's really cool. I
It
didn't
is.
look.
So look it up, and they've got old trailers.
Like
And
from the 50s and stuff?
I mean, pull behind travel trailers, little travel
Oh
trailers,
my
not
lord.
mobile homes. They are travel trailers, and
Imagine how much it costs though.
they fix them all up. Oh, it's expensive
I'm sure.
to stay there because you can rent the whole place. But
We're gonna
it
have our
is.
retreat there.
But they have like each trailer is themed. Like the one girl that I watched on one of the videos, she had rented the cheapest one. There was the one that was like all around the trailer. They got like skeletons buried with part of the skeleton sticking up, and inside you open the door and there's like skulls here and there and everything. I don't know. It's like Night of Horrors one. But then they got some that's decorated for like the 50s. It's all done in the 50s and 60s or something. Each one is a different theme, but they are so cool. They are just so cool. And then they got outdoor kitchen, and it's all Hicksville.
An outdoor bar, from what I hear.
They got an outdoor everything. I
An
thought,
outdoor bar where you can get a mega pint.
a mega, yeah, a
Oh, it's
mega
just so
pint.
not funny, y'all. I'm so sorry. It's so really ridiculous that it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Samantha is the queen of her double wide trailer. There you
There you
go.
go.
You are the queen. Well, I do have a double wide trailer next door. My daughter lives in it though.
I've lived
It's
in
falling apart, but it's still home for her.
I can't say nothing. My house, part of the floor, and my kitchen's been ripped up by my husband, so we have half a floor in the kitchen.
Oh, really? Did he finish the porch or the deck?
Oh yeah, the deck is done. Yeah.
And now he's tearing the kitchen.
No, well, this was when, because we have a sliding glass door right there that goes out to the deck that I showed you.
Yeah.
And we had to replace it. Well, I made him replace the sliding glass door because we had this old timey rickety one that they put in that
Yeah.
had the metal rolls. You know how they were back in the day when they were all metal and they'd start glitching and sticking and all that.
Yeah.
And
Mine
I
does
made
that.
him,
Glitches and
yeah.
sticks.
Well, I made him get one of those newfangled vinyl ones that just slides so smooth,
Oh,
open
no.
and shut. It's
I
like
need
a
one of those.
dream, y'all. Like a dream. Yeah, I
We
mean,
want we want your sliding glass door to be a dream.
it was a dream, and it is a dream every day when I open it to let the dogs
That is
out. But
good.
anyway, he was putting it in, and you got to do the framing and all that. Well, he found out that when they installed our old one, that they didn't do it right. So water had leaked in, and there was a little bit of rot. So he had to rip up part of the floors and go in and fix the rot and all that joyous stuff. And it's still that way.
Yeah. I'm telling you, because when we first bought this piece of property, we bought it and put a mobile home on it, a single wide mobile home. And but then over the years we built off on both sides in addition, so it was pretty big. But oh my gosh, yeah, our in the floor in front of the kitchen fell through at one time, and we had to replace all of that. And then the floor underneath the bathtub in one of the bathrooms started falling through. We had to replace that. And so, but then when you have got a half a dozen children running around,
Well,
stuff like that just falls apart. And so, but we
anyhow,
lived in it 20 years.
any house falls apart. I mean, ours is like going on 18 years old. I mean, we've had to. put a new roof on it. We had to get a new furnace and air. Now we had to put a deck on it. I mean, the deck was about falling off.
Is your house a wood frame or concrete block?
It's a wood frame, honey. They don't make concrete block here.
Oh,
That's
really?
that's only in your wonderful Florida, so you don't blow away with the wind.
Yeah, it's true too. Yeah, that is true too, though, that they don't hardly allow wood frame anymore because they'll just throw Perkins
Yeah,
wood.
ours is on a slab, but it's wood framed from the
Yeah,
slab up. We don't have a we don't have a basement. It's just a 2-story split level.
yeah.
It's
There you know,
it's about 13, 1250, 13
yeah.
square feet.
Bootsy's house was built in 1935. That
Wow.
is cool. Yeah, that's cool. This one here that we're living in here, because had the mobile home, the single wide, and then we built a house right next door to it. And it was really weird because we got the keys to this house when this house was built exactly 20 years to the day after we bought the property with the mobile home. That was weird, but 20 years to the day. So now we've been in this house though. I still think of it as being new, but we've been in it for since '94. So it's
I
cool.
lived in trailers most of my life, and then
Trailers for
apartment, and then my mom married my stepdad,
Rose.
and he had a house. We lived in the house,
Yeah,
and then my 20s, I kind of lived like a no man. My stuff was at my friend's house, but I was kind of like couch surfing most of the time. I didn't really have nowhere to live
poor
until
thing.
I met my husband, and then we got an apartment. So I lived in like trailers and apartments for a long time, and then when I got pregnant, when my daughter, my oldest, was going into kindergarten, we lived in an apartment that was downtown in Atlanta, and I refused to let my daughter start public school in Atlanta because it's awful. So I found this house out here in the burbs, which ain't the burbs no more, but at the time it was, and we bought it.
Yeah,
And
our house. This is an agriculture area out here where we live. So we got cows and pigs and chickens and rabbits and everything all around us.
well, it used to be that way here. It was horse. It was horse country here. But
Yeah,
now there's so many housing subdivisions gone up, and just the amount of people who have moved in that
yeah.
it's no longer a little town anymore.
Oh, there's Renee, and oh, there's Skeeter. Whoop, there's everybody.
Hi, Renee. Hey,
You guys
Skitty.
are awesome.
Skeet, skeet, skeet.
My granddaughter Renee just graduated from eighth grade yesterday,
Ooh.
and it's funny. They had, I think Skeeter said 28. Uh, Alicia says, Skeeter, call home. No, Skeeter, your ringtone. No, she doesn't want to hear your ringtone. Oh, gosh. Some people might be offended by your ringtone, Skeeter. So, I
So
think
I'm
I think
gonna have to jump off.
you got to go somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta order food because the husband's on the way, and I promised him I order food, so I gotta go.
Okay, I love you, darling.
See my nieces? I got some of my
You are so good at that shading. That blue is beautiful.
This is my. I'm starting on the water.
You
They're
are
like my little. Aren't
so.
they cute? I love my little nieces.
I love the little nieces. That is a gorgeous picture.
Thank
When
you
you're
very
done
much.
with it, you need to make a copy of that page and send it to me so I can tack it up on my wall.
I will rip it out of the book and send it to you. How about that? I
That
didn't
is
even
beautiful.
color this side because it's really, really pretty. Look at this.
Yeah, that is pretty.
It's
Yeah,
intimidating though for me.
yeah.
Those little spaces scare me. I like big spaces. Like this stuff right here is so tiny.
Some of my little tiny ones, I like to use my gel pens and color with gel pens.
I do too. I agree. That's really my favorite. And then for great big ones, I like my alcohol markers. But you can only use alcohol markers on stuff that's only one sided. So,
Right. Yeah.
all right, ladies and
Okay.
gents.
You have a good evening, my love. We've been here an hour and a half. Wow. But see, I've missed you guys so much. So an hour and a half goes by like nothing
I missed you too.
because
In a couple of days we're supposed to be doing a live and a sale.
oh, that's right on the first. Yes.
Oh, oh.
Yeah. Yes, we do. On the first, we've got. I have got a build a bundle sale coming up, and
You know what?
what?
I was supposed to sell last weekend and I didn't do it. I have so much stuff prepared that it's ridiculous. I could probably do like 4 or 5 sales.
I hope you don't wimp out on me when we do ours on the first.
I'll try not to.
If you
I,
wimp out on me, I'm telling you, I'm gonna
I'm
tell somebody.
sorry. I had
I'm gonna
such
tell
a
on you. I
panic
don't know who
attack.
I'll tell.
I'm seriously. It wasn't. I was better that I wasn't on because I would have probably burst out into tears and that would not have been good.
No, you got to quit that crying stuff. You're gonna drown. You know what happened to Alice in Alice in Wonderland when her tears.
I would have drowned. That's right.
Yeah. And Jersey Laura says, gorgeous, Ray. Jersey
Hi, Laura.
Laura. Jersey Laura, it is so, you are so beautiful, girlfriend. I'm
Nice
so
to see
happy with
you.
you. I
All
love
right,
that you
ladies
have it.
and gents. Love you all.
Love
I,
you very much. You take
I,
care of
sup-
yourself. Order
I
something
suppose
good.
we'll be on sometime and I owe somebody a prize because I'm the one who's making the prize this time. So I guess I need to get to work on that this weekend and get it finished so I'll have it ready. So you let
Okay.
me know, Miss Lizzie, when you want to do what you want to do because I'm here.
Well, our plan is for the first for the sale unless we go live before then.
The first is Tuesday, and that's
Tuesday?
the verdict watch. And
Are you serious?
no, yes, the first is Tuesday, lady.
No, we gotta go because we said we're gonna
No,
do the first
no, no,
every
no,
month.
wrong. Tuesday is the 31st. Wednesday is the first.
Okay, so Wednesday we're gonna have our sale. Mine is a build a bundle, mostly junk journal stuff.
Okay, Wednesday will be better for me, but it needs to be like around 4:30 ish, if that's
Okay,
good.
so 4 o'clock, 4:30. Okay, we'll say 4:30 on Wednesday.
All right,
The first,
I'll make a post and put it in the Lizzie group.
and
Scrap
we'll pick the winner for the month.
right?
Because I have seen some really pretty
And you're gonna win.
um
You're gonna win a pin. This is the pin, but I have to make the dangle for it. I haven't
yeah,
got
the
that far.
entries already. I've seen entries and they're gorgeous, gorgeous
So you
dangles,
get a starred rainbow, and
gorgeous
it's gonna have a
winners.
big dangle off the side of it, a big charm dangle thing.
Yes.
So that's gonna be
Okay.
the prize. All
Love
right,
you,
everybody.
Ray.
I
And
gotta go fill some
you need
in.
to go live more often too, Ray. We got to get that in control. Get that under control.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Love you, dear. Go
Love you
and
too.
give your husband a pat on the head for me.
I will. Bye.
Bye bye. That's my beautiful Ray. I love her. I do love her. So Jersey, Laura. I loved your video. The last video. I don't know if you've made another one since the one I watched, but boy did I love that video. I said that is my girl right there. So anyhow, I'm not going to be on much longer either. I just felt like, gosh, I hadn't made a video in so long, and because so much going on in my family, just when you're used to having a really chill life and you do not do a whole lot out of the norm, then when something out of the norm happens, it's just like it really for me anyway, it just is like it frazzles. Hi, Judy, Handmade Creations, and it it does. It's just like things just. And so trying to explain things to Jeffrey too, I needed to keep him in the loop so we knew what was going on with his mom, but we was sure not to mention the cancer word at all. And because we didn't, because see, since we're not even 100% sure that there's cancer, we didn't want to tell him. But I still, and it was funny because we were explaining to to Jeffrey, about what they did to your mom, because Jeffrey's really interested. What, need to know. And so Billy, my youngest son, he's such a goofball. And he says to Jeffrey, he goes, "Well, you remember your first home, right?" And Jeffrey says, "Yeah, I guess." He said, "Yeah, the womb. You were first in the womb. You probably left graffiti on the walls. Well, your first home, they just ripped it out and threw it in the garbage." I said, "Billy, you got." And Jeffrey just laughing. He goes, "They threw my first home." He goes, "Yeah, I remember now. I did put some graffiti on the wall before I escaped." And so sometimes, which really, when Billy got done, it kind of helping him to understand what to expect when he got up, to see his mom and stuff. Jeffrey was laughing. There was no worry, there was no nothing. And so actually, what I was thinking, Billy, you've got a screw loose here. He really explained it in such a comical way, but still a comical way, but left telling his nephew exactly what was going on. And it was your first home. You had to remove your first home. We all had that first home somewhere. You remember if you left graffiti on the wall, y'all? So funny. But yes, Bootsy, it is hysterical, but it worked. So, yep. Valerie says she's grateful that I came on. I was just going to make a video, and then I thought, no, I'm just going to go ahead and go live, see if maybe Ray wanted to go on with me a little bit, because I've missed going. It's only been about a week since I made a video, but um I miss talking to you all. When my mom had a female problem surgery, my brother and I were kept completely in the dark. It wasn't talked about at all. I don't think that's fair, really, because a child, if a child, um, if you don't share family things with your child, the child is going to just make up in their own mind what is going on. And so, and I think things need to be shared. And Jeffrey's 13 years old. It's not like he's a 5-year-old. He's 13 years old. And so he knew first that his mom had to go, she had a scheduled appointment at the hospital for some doctor and stuff. That's what he knew first for. And then just a little bit was told on. But if we had left it at that, that wouldn't have been fair. That would not have been fair. And so I kind of wish I had known. I was raised that way too. Things, there was some things that children just did not need to know. And so, but I would have liked to know more personal things about my parents or my grandparents or something. But no, children didn't need to know a lot of things, so they weren't told a lot of things. And so things are getting different these days, which is a good way of, it's just a good change. Humor is such a blessing. It seems like you have been off for a year. Yes, it really seems like that to me too. because like I didn't sleep the night before her surgery, so I'd been awake for I don't know, a long time, more than 24 hours. So when I did get home last night, I went to sleep at 8:30 and I slept, and then I slept. I went to sleep at 8:30. Then I woke up about 3, and I was up for about an hour. Then I went back to sleep. I slept till about 11, and then I was up for just a little while, and then um, I sat back in my chair and fell right asleep again. So my body really needed some sleep. And so, and then when I woke up, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do a live stream. Because by then, Jeffrey had went on. And so then it was just me and Papa, so Jeffrey and his 2 dogs left. We were abandoned. And so I'm going to do a live stream. And I'm glad I did because it's so, so good to see and hear from all of you. And like Ray and I were saying, we always go live on the first because that's the end of a challenge. We try to do a challenge once a month. It's something we've been doing just this year on our group, on the Scrap and Lizzie Unicorn group. And so then we go on the first of whatever day it is, the first of the month, about 4 o'clock, we go live and we're going to have something we do and also pull the name of the lucky winner. And which is always just a by the pull of the luck of the draw. And so we do that on the first. And so see how that turned out just like this. I'm gonna do my I want to do I've got a denim jacket and I want to do some of this on the back. Like not right in the center, sort of like on the side of the back and on one side of the front. I want to do some Boro patch stitching on that because I think it looks really cool. But anyway, on the first, we're going to do a sale. I think that I will do like an hour and she will do like an hour, so it's not going to be a long sale. Mine is going to be a build a bundle sale. It's going to be a $6 build a bundle sale. And so what I will be doing is I've got like a bin of things that are nothing but stuff that would go for a like junk journal things, like there might be some pages and some tags, some just so many different things. I might add like fibers for the tags. I might put, I don't know, just little scraps of fabrics for tabs or something. Hi Darla. And what I do is I'll just keep putting stuff in this pile. I'll keep, oh, and I think every pile, every one of my build a bundle piles will start with a golden book. Golden book? Is that what they're called? Little golden book. And then I'm going to just start piling it on top of, and everything. When somebody thinks that's worth $6, then you say me, then that's yours, and it goes in a bag with your name on it. And then I'll start another bundle. And that's how it will be. So that then that way I don't have to put prices on things. You all will just figure out when it's like worth, what it's worth, when it's worth. And so, and there'll be plenty of bundles, you know. But you know, you might get a stack this tall or you might not. It's up to you, is what you want to, when you think it's worth $6. And so that's what I'm doing on, that is what I'm going to do on the first. That's going to be our sale. Now, Ray, I don't know exactly how she's going to do her hour, or maybe, hour and a half. I don't know how long exactly it will be, but that's what we're going to do. And so, and that'll be on the first, which I think she said is Wednesday. And so, and it that way, it's not going to be hard for me either because I have everything in a bin. I'll just start, and it'll sit here, and I'll just pick up more stuff, and I'll explain what it is as I put it on. There might be some. Oh, and I've even got like bags of buttons that'll go in there, and I got other little bags of little things, little tiny bags of things that'll go. Just so you have a collection of stuff for and it'll all be usable for a junk journal. There might be stuff in there that you will make a tassel out of, and just that's how it's going to build. And so I think it'll be fun. I think it would be fun to go to a a sale like that. I think it would be a lot of fun. So I'm hoping other people will think it's fun too, because you never know. Like I got this here. It says a chicken and thread. It must come from Old Game. I might throw that on there, and then I might throw this. You never know what's going to be in there. There's just going to be a lot of things, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Hi, Ethel Lewis. Yes, so nice. I was just here playing with my This is one of my ongoing, and it'll probably always be ongoing. And like if you weren't here at the beginning, it's just many pieces of denim sewed together. And I sewed them all together with the sewing machine, whatever shape they were. And like here on this piece right here, it's just one piece of denim this big. But on the other side of that piece, I put on another piece of denim and just stitched around the shape that it was using the machine. But then I take places on here that I'm rolling my thread, that I just add some scrap fabrics, and I just put them on. Hi, Kristen C. Oh, and now Eugenia's got to go get fish started. I mean, dinner started. Why did I say fish? Because himself likes fish. Okay, I like fish too. I might make me some fish this evening. But and then I just put like little fabrics, and I just Boro stitch them on. Just overlap them and Boro stitch them on. And so here I have a piece down here, but I got a lot to do. I've got it. And so then the Boro stitching shows even here on this other side, and that's fine. I think that's what I just stitched on. Yep, and so then that stitching shows here on the other side. So far I've done it all in just white, but I may do the stitching in other colors too, because this isn't meant to be anything when it's done. I'm just having so much fun putting it together. It's just it's something that I work on it for a while, and I fold it up and I set it off to the side, and then I may work on it some more after a while. But in who knows? But then I got this little heart right here. I might want to just do this heart. Maybe I will do this heart. Maybe I'd put like this heart just right here because it's a heart. Maybe just put that heart right there. And then if I put the heart, but then I take and put a piece, another like a rectangle piece, and put it right here. And then if I take another little sort of a piece of whatever shape, this is a pretty good shape. If I put this one right here, like thusly, and then I have this fabric, I could take a piece of this and 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 this is like if you do something like this and what's it going to be when you're done? It doesn't have to be anything. It's just fun while you're making it, but it gives you something to do. See, I could put this piece under here. I like that right there already. I like that right there. But I think I would want to have a little piece of something. Let's see. This is flannel, but flannel's good. There's nothing wrong with that flannel. So if I cut a little piece off of that flannel and put maybe that even right in the heart. Beautiful. Right there. And then if I stitch that on, just do some stitching. See, then I'll have that right here and this up here. And that's looking pretty. And so, and like I say, you don't even have to have a destination for this. Like I said, I put like I've got a little bit of a, what do you call that? A little tube thing at the top that I could put a stick through and hang it. And it could just be a hanging thing. I'm not even, you know what I have outside? I've got a little, like a flag hanger on the side of the house so you can hang a flag on it. Wouldn't this be cool? Just hanging. Put some fringe on the bottom, because then it would be a place that it would display. And then the sun would start fading it. And with it being in the sun, it would start fading. And then it would even get more pretty. More they're prettier. as time goes on, I may do that. I will do that. This is going to hang on that stick because that stick I don't have a flag hanging on there. I had one and it all faded out. So took it off and threw it away, but now I don't have anything on there. But this would be about the right size to go on there. Boy, this is a good idea. My goodness, yes, that will be a good idea. So I think this is going to be an outdoor flag. And, as things fade, like I've got a lot of prayer flags hanging outside. I've got a line that I hang them on, and they're all fading. And I think they look better after they're faded. Hi, Tracy Hunt. Well, actually, you missed Ray. She was on too. She was coloring, and she's an amazing colorist. And I've just been running my mouth for the last hour and 50 minutes. And but I wanted to see you guys. I went on here just all selfishly because I wanted to see everybody. And it's been kind of a lot of family issues in this last few days here. A lot of things going on in my life that are out of the norm. My daughter had surgery yesterday. Tuesday was Jeffrey's eighth grade graduation. We actually went, which we don't go nowhere. It's so getting dressed and going somewhere. I mean, you should have seen me and Papa. I mean, there's a lot of people at that graduation because they graduated about 500 eighth graders. And me and Papa there in our walkers. We looked cool in our walkers. Each of us with our walker, and there we went to see our grandson getting. And then Papa got to meet Mrs. Prable because Jeffrey kept talking about his one teacher, Mrs. Prable, and Papa said, I wonder if she's any relation to Coach Preble. When I went to high school, I had Coach Preble up there in the same town, and so which Jeffrey had asked her, and she said, "Yeah, a lot of my family has been in the teacher, or her husband's family have been in the education business." And so when we got sit down in the gym before the graduation actually started, then Papa asked this one lady that was walking by. She goes, "Excuse me, ma'am, excuse me." And she stopped and she goes, "Yes." She goes, he said, "Is there any way I could meet Mrs. Pribb?" And the lady said, "Yes, she is. She's here, and I will let her know that you would like to meet her." And so we didn't think that she'd actually go tell the lady. But then here in a little while, here comes this lady, and she comes up to Papa. She must have said that old man, that old bald headed man sitting in the walker. But anyway, on the right hand side of the bleachers. But she walked right up to him and she goes, "I'm Mrs. Pribble. I understand you wanted to meet me." And he said, "Yes, I wanted because your name is Mrs. Pribble. And I had Coach Pribble. I had a coach Pribble that when I was in high school at Hernando High." And she goes, "Yes, that would have been my husband's uncle. He was Coach Pribble up at Hernando High. He passed away about a year ago of old age." And Papa was just so excited just to be able to talk to her for a minute about Coach Pribble, about history. And so I thought that was so nice that the lady come. But he told me first, he goes, "Do not say anything to Miss Pribble about my bad habits back then." I said, "I won't, but you really should go to the police department, go to the sheriff's department, turn yourself in. You need to go to the sheriff's department, turn yourself in." And because you know what he did? I'm telling you what he did. Well, him and who was the other guy? The other guy had a really, really good name. I can't remember his name now. But him and his buddy at school, one day they's in high school. They's in high school over there. And they wondered what would happen if they put a cherry bomb in one of the toilets in the boys' room. And so they did it. And it blowed up the toilet. And this tore off the door off of the toilet stall, broke the mirrors. It made a shambles in that bathroom. And they never got caught. They never got caught doing it. He said him and his little friend, what was, oh, I wish I remembered his friend because he had He had such a neat name, but him and his friend never got caught. Somebody asked him once, they called him Butch back then in high school. Butch, you know anything about that bathroom? He said, no. I heard that there was quite a mess in there, but I don't know anything about that. I told Papa, I says, you really need to go to the sheriff's department and turn yourself in and tell them what you did back in 1960. Of course, I'm telling him, kidding, But he says, yeah, I think we've been through that 7 year of. Yes, Tracy, Papa blew up the poop. He blew up the pooper. And so, oh, he blew up the pooper. And Lord knows, I wish I could remember that other. His friend's name, that's such a cool name. It just sounds like a name that would be nothing but trouble. Butch and what's his name? But gosh, I wish I could remember his name. But yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he must have been a little. He liked to try stuff, I guess, when he was that age. I don't know. He was just, and which he said, he was always very, very curious. Tracy, Hunt, yes, thank you. My daughter is doing very well. Yeah, it could have been Sundance. Chico, Chico Henshaw. That was his name, Chico Henshaw. So that was his buddy's name, and I just think that is such a good name. I said, man, me and Chico Henshaw, we was always doing something. Butch and Chico Henshaw. But anyway, yes, we and so my legs are doing really, really good, Tracy. They're still swollen, but not anything like they were 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, I can bend them at the knee. And so they're doing much better. I was able to go to my grandson's graduation and be able to walk, and that was really good. My daughter had her surgery yesterday. She's still in the hospital, hopefully be home tomorrow. And other than being in pain from the surgery, she's doing very, very well. So like everything is good, like temperature, blood pressure, all her vitals are very, very good. So we're hoping that we don't have, there's been biopsies taken from parts, and we will know the we'll know the results from the biopsies in a few days. So yeah, Butch and Chico Hinshaw, he was nothing but trouble. And one time they was behind the agriculture building at the school, and they was sneaking the smoke. That's what they did back there, sneaking the smoke. And because it was behind the agriculture building, there was a pile of straw there that they were using in the gardening area. And so they sneaked them a smoke. And then when the bell rang, they had to go in. And so then they thought they kicked sand over their cigarettes, but apparently they started that pile of hay on fire. And so then Butch and Chico Henshaw was asked too if they knew anything about that, which they said no, they did no. They was not back there. They was not back there with that bunch. That was a sneak in the smoke. And so yeah, he was at, and yeah, that's my hubster. That's my hubster right there. So you think he's all that good now? Mm-mm. He's got a past. But he's not that kind of person no more. He don't smoke no more, and he doesn't throw any cherry bombs in the turd. So he's a good man now. Yes. Thank you for worrying. Worrying means that you care, and worrying means also that you were sending hope. So that was great. Yes. And thank you for the prayers. I am so confident that she is going to continue doing well, because we won't accept anything. We won't accept anything better than that. Yeah, that's right. Because he's an innocent troublemaker. Yeah, and sometimes he makes trouble with his mouth because he says he has no filter. He never had no filter, and so, and then doggone it if he didn't have help. Because when I met Papa, my Billy was only like 11, and so um, he helped me to raise Billy, and you can tell when you listen to Billy. And that's probably why Billy explained his mother's surgery the way he did. Threw your home away. But anyhow, you guys, I'm going to have to go because I can't sit anymore longer. I'm beginning to feel my knees. I got to get my legs up now. So I'm going to go up at my chair and maybe I'll do some little stitch in there too. I'll probably work on a hat. That's probably what I'm going to do because I'm not real tired right now. But isn't this fun? This is just fun. And like I say, there is no. I like I said, I might use it for a flag outside my house. People's going to say that crazy woman out there. Now she got some dumb flag hanging out there. But but yeah, you know, you do not have to have any reason for what you make. Just start, like this was one little piece. I stitched a bunch of little patches together and then folded it in half and then started Boro stitching on it. What will I do with it? Probably nothing. You don't have to have any plan for it. Just do it and put it in a stack of stuff that you did. Done deal, done indeed. Okay, I'm going to find something to read here. Ooh, stretch Theo on here. You are stronger than you know. Words of hope and encouragement we always need. Okay, and see, I like to just open it up and see what I open it to. And here I open it up to right here. When you need some help to get through, when nothing is going right, when you are wondering, what did I do to deserve this? When the day is a disaster and a little serenity is just what you're after, when you need a whole lot less to concern you and a whole lot more to smile about, when a few peaceful hours would seem like a vacation to you, and you're wondering if there's anything you've got to look forward to, sometimes you just have to remember you're going to make it through this day, even if it is one step at a time. Sometimes you just have to be patient and brave and strong. And if you don't know how, just make it up as you go along. That's fun. Truly, you have days like that. Everybody has days like that. And you just make it up as you go along. And that was written by Colin McCarty. And I do like that. I don't know if I've ever read that one before. So that is good. And so, with that, I'm going to have to call it a day. And I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, offering prayers and hope. And I, um, and I keep you safe and keep you happy and keep you serene and keep you healthy and humble. And I will see you on the next video. If not before, I'll see you on the first for my little sale, and that's going to be fun. Me and Ray are going to do that together, and it'll be fun. I may do a video before then, though. So now that I'm done watching that trial, so I'm looking for my mouse here. So okay, so I'm going to say good night and farewell, and thank you for coming, every one of you, and God bless.